yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So for once again, it's Swift. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They run the option on 2nd down. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one's complete to Smith. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
It's a loss of a yard.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. 3rd and 9 here.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2nd and 9. They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. A slant route caught by Bateman. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Jackson now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll trot out there for the next one.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 22 yards there, a first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on fourth down. Now it's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration, and he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
It's going our way, baby. Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Give running right is Mitchell. Room here to Once again, it's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got him his great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Tucker with the extra point. They'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On first down, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Duvernay now going to bring it out. so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
On third down, Jackson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll run with Smith. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Justin Matabike firing across the line there and planning him for a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. But just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Adafiola showing off the pass rush skills. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Justin Matabike working his way to the quarterback that time. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down.
Gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Here's Jackson to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Hassan Reddick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick-6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After the pick-6, they go right back to the air. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Throw caught by Flowers. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, 35 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 17-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here's 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Being chased out left. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Three-quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. Now Hurts going to move him around. And we've seen it all now. It's a fake. And he will not get the first, but since they bizarrely went for it on 3rd down, it'll now set up a 4th down situation. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And brought down, but not up before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. You got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's Swift. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 42-yard
Jackson.
line.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 58 yards. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here's 2nd and 10.
63.
Swift going to try up the middle. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll try to run with Swift. And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for 2 fails. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down with about 95% chance of winning it.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Completes to Zacchaeus. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
On 1st down, Hurts. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
At their own 28-yard line.
Now Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good.
Here's Jackson. That is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own
25-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it, it's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So While it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find